Um, in chapter 7, it talked about the Waco case, in which it's about two rival biker gangs who basically had this big turf war, and the cops did a stakeout waiting for it to happen. One biker gang ran over the foot of the other one, and it just blew out into a big gunfight. And the cops who were waiting in the area shot and killed 9 people, uh, and arrested 177 of the biker members from both sides. The Justice of Peace decided to put them up for bail, $1 million each, to send a message to other states and to surrounding counties. So, in this case, there was a reporter who her job was to try to figure out the names of the people that died. Every time they tried to find the names, the police who had the authority to uh, withheld the names until the case is over. Come to find out, a rival news station had got the names from the Justice of Peace itself, and it turned into like a big rivalry where they were thinking about releasing the names as well. But now the question has become, should they release it or withhold it? Because out of respect for the families, then they should withhold it. But also, just so they can be up to par with the other news station that released it, they should release it as well. So, their question was, should they minimize harm? Meaning, okay, since this a news station already released it, we can minimize harm um, on our ethics by just releasing it too, because there's a chance that the families of the people who died can already see it. But then, because their news station was in the middle of the day, it became a question of, okay, there's a slim to none chance that they've never seen it. And people rather respect the families and just not release it at all until the cops release it. Um, in my honest opinion of everything that happened in this story, um, I found it really odd that they had no remorse for releasing it, like, at all. Like, there was no, they didn't care about the family and how they felt. They were just like, release it. Who cares? Where our rivals released it, so it won't hurt the family as much if we release it. But the public was grateful for the third party news station that released it, waited for the cops to release it, and that showed, like, the public is more grateful to, news stations like that, to people like that. But, um, with their rule of minimize harm, it started to be a little kind of like you're walking on eggshells. In my opinion, like, what I would have done is I would have at least waited and found out more information, because what they ended up finding out, which in my opinion is why they withheld the names, is because only two were from Waco and the rest were from surrounding um, areas in Texas. There was one who wasn't even a part of either of the gangs, like, at all. So they basically killed an innocent bystander because this was a restaurant, after all, that they hung out on. And I just thought, like, maybe that's why they withheld it, because they were trying to figure out if that one guy was a part of the gang. and it took a longer process uh, than they initially thought. So I think that they did the wrong thing and they should have waited um, for the cops to release it and also release that extra bit of information as well because the cops made a mistake. So, yeah, thank you.